Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Tiffany if you are new here, and if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking on today's video as always. And I'm really excited because I've had these palettes sitting on my shelf for quite a while and have yet to touch them because I wanted to do like a first impression and review and wanted to do it on film. Thought it would be fun. I don't do these very often on my channel and I just thought it would be fun. So if you are someone that has seen my face before, then you know that I like to post things that are more like budget friendly, and I always like to try to find things that are inexpensive that will work just as much as a higher end product. And I was just kind of scrolling one night through new eyeshadow palettes and these came up, and like I said, these were purchased a while ago. I did purchase these on my own and they were $10 each and they looked really pretty. So I was like, well, I'll get a couple of them and give them a shot. I did see that they still have them on Amazon, so you can get them on Amazon. I did pick these up off the website when I ordered them, and they might not all be available, but for the most part, I think they are. So anyways, with that said, I picked up 3, and if you saw the title of this video, then you'll see what they are. And like I said, I have yet to do anything other than just take some pictures and quick little video clips of these. I have not touched anything except my nail dug into the one, and I have left everything off my eyes so that we can do a little tutorial. I'm not a makeup artist. I have usually no idea what I'm doing. I'm just an average consumer that likes to play with makeup and likes to collect it. So the first one that I picked up is this Coral Crush, and the palette itself is pretty nice because it does have like a little bit of a magnet to it, so it closes. This one is a little bit out of my comfort zone because of the blues, but I have been kind of venturing and playing around more with more color over the last like year or two. So, but normally I kind of stick with these shades here. So the first one is Coral Crush. This one is probably my favorite just because it's different. This is Blooming Bliss, and this one I thought was really pretty because of the different textures here, and this one I'm really curious about. I will insert some swatches of the palettes in the video so you can see them up close. And yeah, so this one I was probably the most excited to try because the pinks and like the purples make my green eyes pop, so I always like to wear those, and the shimmers and the glitters look really pretty. And then the last one I felt like was the most neutral one, and this is Safari Fever. And again, really pretty shades. So I was really excited to give these a try. So I figured, well, I have this blue on today, so let's just go and try out the Safari Fever. So I'm going to try to position you guys somewhere. Like I said, I'm not really good with this because I don't do it very often, so try to find a right angle and then we'll just kind of just go for it and see what's gonna happen. So yeah, it looks like there's a couple good crease shades here, so let's just pick one. Actually, you know what, let's just do it here. I'm gonna use the viewfinder on here, so hopefully it's not too distracting. So what do I want to do? So I guess let's just play it safe and go with this Dune color here. Sorry if you can see the camera in the mirror. This Dune shade here, and we'll just put that all in the crease. I have a couple brushes that I have been really using that I got for review off of Amazon, and these are really nice. And then I did actually just film, you might see that, a Temu like testing makeup products, and I did get this brush and I did show that in that video, and I really love it for the reason you will see. So this is my little brush here. So let's just get some Dune on the brush. It's not overly powdery, so let's see how this goes. So like I said, I am not good with makeup. I just kind of like to play with it. So I'll check it and see where we're at with the mirror that's next to me, but for the most part, be patient with me. So yeah, anyways, I'm really excited to be back because I miss YouTube so much. I miss talking to everybody and all the subscribers that have been with me for years and years. I don't know why you guys still put up with me, but I appreciate it. So yeah, but I'm really excited to be back. So finally start to play with all of this stuff. So this is really nice. Actually, it's pretty soft. The colors are really nice so far. The color. So I'm just gonna check here with my little mirror, just because like I said, I can't, it's hard to see what you're doing using the viewfinder. So I just put that all in the crease, and I actually will probably pick a little shade a little darker. So let's go back into let's do Savannah. So Savannah's this one here on the top. So let's go into Savannah. And like, it's not really powder, there's not a lot of okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna use this because like I said, it's really hard to see what I'm doing with the viewfinder. So that one's pretty, that definitely I think works better as a crease shade for me, just because I don't want it to be too light where you can't really see anything. I'll probably put some like little music in here just so that way you don't have to hear me talk too much. I know I babble a lot, but that's just me. It's hard to not do it. Okay, so I'm fine with that for now. Let's see. That's just my little mark. Okay, so now I'm gonna dip into Earth, which is right here. And then I'm just going to kind of put that in the outer corner and just blend it inwards. That's pretty, because it's not like too dark where it's gonna start to make things look really messy. Because sometimes I get really lazy and I just don't feel like blending as much, to be honest. Especially in the mornings when I'm trying to get ready for work. Like, as a mail carrier, nobody really cares about what you look like for the most part, except for the old men that are on the route sometimes that like to come out and talk. Which I don't blame them, because a lot of times older people are lonely and they look forward to getting like a few minutes to talk with somebody. But I'm usually running around like a crazy person and I don't really have time to do that. So, okay. Now, I'm really wanting to try this Wildlife shade here in the middle, just because it has like a cool look to it. It looks like there's almost like a highlighter mixed in with it. Let's try that. So I'm actually, did I do that? Look, yes I did. What the heck? See? You guys are going to be like, what the hell is she doing? It's hard to see. It's hard to see. At least it's honest. You know what I'm saying, you know? I'm not going to cut a whole bunch of stuff out and be like, oh, look at this. It looks great. No, it looks like crap. And do better. Okay. Anyways, let's go back into that shade. So I'm gonna just use my finger. That's usually how I put any kind of shimmer or glitter on, is just use my finger. Let's see. Oh, that's really pretty. They're so soft. Like, they're just so soft and buttery feeling on the finger. Really, really nice. That is really pretty. I really like that a lot. All right, let's go and do the other side. The professionals are really good at their job, because it's a lot harder than it looks to like get the right angles and have your setup perfect. Props to them, because I do not have the patience for it. Okay. Now, what I normally do is I pick like a little bit shade darker, and then I use this kind of brush to go into the kind of the outer V, and then just kind of pack it in a little more. For some reason, I really want to try this cactus shade. So it's like a green glitter with, looks like some gold mixed in with it. And this might be where this goes really wrong, but I just wanted to try it. So this is that brush I was talking about from Temu, It's actually really nice for this reason. So I just like to go in after I put the shimmer, whatever color I want to wear, and then just go back and then kind of add some more shimmer that's a little bit darker to the corner, just because it gives a little bit extra something. So it's nice because they're not so pigmented that if you are someone like me that is not really professional, you can't screw it up that much. So in that way, I think it's a really nice palette. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is use this little brush with just like this, and then go to the bottom. So I'm gonna go back into Earth, which is the darkest shade here on the end. And with that, I'm just going to run that down under my eye. I don't always do this. I kind of skip it sometimes, but for the purpose of this video, might as well. And just kind of do that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is go into Spirit, which is, of course, this really pretty glittery pearly shade, and we're going to put that in the inner corner. That's really pretty. Okay, that looks really nice. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of wipe my brush a little bit, and I'm going to go back into, well, I'm going to go into this Delight shade here. And I like to try to find one. I have a Wet n Wild one. I forget what it's called. It's very popular. It's like a little 99-cent white cream shade, and I just like to go back in with that and then just kind of smooth it out up here on the top. So that way, if it does have like really harsh lines, then it kind of blends it out a little bit more. You have to let me know what you guys think. But I think this is gorgeous. Overall, I love that shimmer shade. It's beautiful. And it just looks really, really pretty and shiny and the way you want it to look on the eyes. So yeah. And I normally put my eyeshadow on last, even though you have the risk of having the fallout. I just feel like I make less of a mess with it doing it after I put the rest of my makeup on, because otherwise then if I put that on, then when I'm pushing like my foundation and everything on, then I feel like it just kind of takes away the eyeshadow. So I just do it a little backwards. But anyways, I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to put my mascara on and then show you the final look. So here we are with the final look. Now, I'm going to say this in the nicest way that I can, because I have this as an issue. Because I'm getting older, I noticed that my eyes are more creepy, especially with some glitters or some shimmer. It kind of stands out to me. I think overall when you're looking at me or you're talking to me, then it doesn't stand out as much, but because I'm putting it on, I can see it, and it does bother me sometimes. I did do that a little bit where you can kind of see it and looks more like creepy, but for the most part, I feel like it looks really pretty. I'm really, really happy with that palette. Like I said, the shades are super buttery and soft, and they go on nicely, but they're not overly pigmented where you're really gonna mess it up. So I'm really happy with this. The inner corner color is gorgeous, and yeah, I actually really, really like this a lot. So there we go. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you have these? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll test out the other two over the next 2 days. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, your night, whenever you're watching. And if it's beautiful in your area, wherever you live, like it is for us today, enjoy it. So thanks so much. So I decided to show you guys the swatches and a look I created with the palettes instead of drive you crazy with another ridiculous tutorial. And this is the first set of swatches in the Coral Crush palette, and I absolutely love this one. This is the second set of swatches in the same palette. Again, the blues were a little out of my comfort zone, but they are actually super pretty. Then we have the Safari Fever palette, and this is the one that I tested in the video. I adore that shade, that green color that has the gold in it. It's called Cactus. It's super beautiful, and I'm trying to show you that this is one swipe of color that I put on for the swatches. So super pigmented, soft, and beautiful. And then this is the second set of swatches in the Safari Fever palette. So I really, really love the golds, and the mattes are just really, really nice as well and show up really great on the eyes. And then the favorite one of the three is definitely the Blooming Bliss palette. And I'm trying to show you in the little clip the shade Peony, which is my favorite because it has a gorgeous shift to it. And then that shade that I'm pointing to is the Glossy Berry shade. So that's the one that's in the palette. Looks a little funny, and it just kind of gives you a sheer little dose of color. So again, really, really impressed with these palettes.